Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden, and today I am at Covington's Nursery and I'm going to be looking for a selection of shade loving plants to create some containers for my front porch. Okay, so one of the big things I'm going to be focusing on this year is shade loving plants. I'm creating a new shade garden, but I'm also going to be working on my front porch and adding more shade plants to that, more containers with shade plants. In the past, I've just kind of planted anything I wanted, stuck it in there, but obviously it has actually a lot of shade, mostly shade in some areas and then some part shade in others. And I haven't been very particular to choose plants that are appropriate for that particular type of light source. So this year I really want to try harder on it. So let's check everything out at Covington's. There's a lot of color. There's a lot going out over here. We're not going to go through the whole nursery, but we're going to go through some of it and I'll show you some of the pretties. And then we'll go home and plant up these shade containers for the front porch. Okay, so this front part is all sun-loving annuals. I'm not going to be showing a lot of this to you today, but they do have a lot out and they have a lot of color out, which is really nice. So we'll walk okay, I am super attracted to this though. I think these are persimmon. Yep, super tunia persimmons. Those are pretty. This nursery has been carrying a lot more proven winners plants, which is really nice. I will say I've always had really good luck with their 4-inch petunias. They just grow and grow and grow. Okay, so back here, this is the annual shade area. I love to hang out here. What do we got here? Bacopa, Abunda, Colossal Blue. Got some coleus. Always pretty for containers. Oh, what are these? What are you? A begonia, a Bossa Nova yellow begonia. Look at that. That variegation. That's fabulous. Got some other begonias over here. I do like this particular variety right here. That's kind of got like a blushy white. It's begonia nonstop mocha white. I think that's cool. I do like some of their examples of planters here. Looks awesome. Okay, so we have a bunch of daisies. I thought these were more full sun. African daisy, flower power, spider purple. Yeah, these are full sun exposure. So I'm wanting to focus mainly on plants for more shade. Got a lot of the super bells over here. More petunias. Look at these black. Look at these. Y'all shut up. How ruffled are those? Those are so pretty. Wow. What are you? Petunia Phantom. Those are fabulous. Okay, I know I'm super distracted by all this. Look at this guy. It's a splash. Splash Dance Poppin' Pink. And then this one's Night Sky. And then what's this one back here? Mambo. Wow. More bacopas over there. Got a lot of ranunculus out here. Here's some more begonias. Are these begonias? Are these impatiens? They look like impatiens. Yeah, double impatiens, glimmer white. This is part sun or shade. Those are pretty. Got some white, some soft pink, some coral, some more traditional begonias right there. This purple is cool. Nemesia. assume it is shade, but I'm not sure. Lots of just your standard impatiens over here. Very pretty. I do really like these coleus over here. I like the deep red. I'd like some of this. Like, I want color in my pots, but I know that's going to be a little harder since they're mostly shade. Here's your Silver Falls dichondra. Full to part sun. Umbrella. This is cypress. This is sun to part shade. Lots of heucheras available. Absolutely beautiful color on heucheras. Got all their vegetables out. We got some hellebore right here. Lenten roses still available. Galinda's gloss. They're not very full right now. This guy is full of buds right here. I think this is some astilbe over here. Yeah. Rhineland astilbe, which I've grown before. It didn't end up being a perennial for me. These are all, and then this one variety is called fennel. See what other astilbe we have back here. Got a white Deutschland. One of those might be fun to try. Look at these guys. Hello. Lucky Dark Eye Trifolium. We got some proven winners, Graceful Grasses King Tut or Queen Tut. Full to part sun. Got some ajuga over here. Got some ivies, which I want to definitely add some ivies to my containers. Here's a Sweet Violet Royal Robe perennial. This is sun to part shade. Not sure what these are with this. I don't see any tags on those. These sure are pretty. Snow and Summer Asiatic Jasmine, evergreen ground cover, sun to shade. Now I like those. I think those are cool. Oh, they have peonies over here. $60 for peony, y'all. Full sun. This is a Lady Orchid peony, and over here is a Kansas double peony. This Lady Orchid is pretty dang good. Look at all that. That's fabulous. This ajuga over here is super pretty. That's fun. Ajuga Feathered Friends, Noble Nightingale. I had thought about putting in some Wandering Jew or Purple Queen. I think would be nice. That stuff lasts forever. Lots more varieties of ivies, and I do like to have ivy. I definitely want some ivy in my containers so that I can use them for cut flowers in the future. Lots of herbs. I thought there would be more. Let's see, here's geraniums, but I thought typically geraniums are more full sun. Yeah, full sun. Got a few begonias right here. And this is a white begonia right here. It's pretty. I was hoping there would be more of these somewhere, but not in a basket, like individual plants. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cart. I'm going to put together a collection of plants and show y'all what I'm thinking. Okay, for this container, I'm looking at the fiber optic grass. And let's see, fiber optic grass isolepis. Front of the garden, full sun, height's about 12 inches. So this is about its full height, maybe just a touch taller. I also picked up an angel wing begonia. This one's called Lana, I believe. And I love the structure of the leaves. You can see how it says silvery accents tie back into the ivy. Its red edges tie back in here. And then it does have a little bit of purple undertones which tie back here. I picked up a couple of the coleus varieties. They do not have a label. Also have one ivy. This is glacier ivy. It's a perennial. The perennial, I believe this is a perennial too. Let me check. Maybe not. Zones 8 to 10, yes. Perennial as well. And then the Bacopa, which is not a perennial. This variety is Big Falls Dark Blue Bacopa. And all of these take some level of shade. But I want to make sure that I have some really good like texture and variety with these guys. But I kind of like the contrast of all of that. I think it's really pretty. This is kind of a lower container. But I think that looks really, really nice. Okay, let's see what else I can come up with. Okay, for this next one, I'm starting with the cypress umbrella sedge. I think that'll be, a really good kind of like thriller plant. I'm going to accent it with some of the, I think it's Snow and Summer. Yeah, Snow and Summer Asiatic Jasmine, which is an evergreen also, which would be really great during the winter. I've also got a heuchera over here. Let me see this particular variety. I think it's not peach. I'm not sure. Yeah, Georgia peach. Georgia peach heuchera. Picked up just one of the coleus to tuck in. And then I picked up one of the Silver Falls dichondria. And I like the look of that. And it has good relation to this, but they're not matching, right? They complement each other. They have similar greens, similar tones, similar silver and grays. So they kind of go together, but they're not matching. So I think this is a really good start for two shade planters. So why don't we take this home and we'll get these planted up. Okay, so we're going to be working with two pots. This first one I'm going to start with, this is a pot that I picked up from Home Goods for $19.99. Surprisingly, it does have a hole for drainage. It's a terracotta pot. And then I'm working with some new soil today. This is called Vital Earth Resources Premium Potting Soil. I picked this up from my favorite nursery, Homegrown, over in Farmersville, Texas. And well, it's hard to open. Okay, there we go. So I thought the price was pretty good. I believe this was $6 something for the bag. And since I'm over there, I like the idea of giving more money to my local garden center instead of purchasing from the big box centers all the time. So anyway, I thought this was worth a try. And so we're working in a pot, so you want to use potting soil. So let's go over the plants we've got once again. We've got the fiber optic grass here. We've got the glacier ivy. We've got a couple of varieties of coleus. I've got an angel wing begonia and some bacopa. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my kind of bigger design right here, and that is the fiber optic grass. I'm going to try to loosen some of these roots up a little bit, best I can down here. And this is supposed to be a perennial in my area. I don't know because I'll be keeping it in a container, and I do think that that kind of makes a little bit of a difference. I want to bring the ivy to cascade kind of a little bit out the front right here. Oh, there's a ladybug crawling on this. There. And then I think I'm going to do the Bacopa, Big Falls Dark Blue Bacopa. This is definitely a different direction for me. You guys know I don't do a lot of shade garden work, but I do, surprisingly, the longer I've lived here, the more I've discovered shaded areas. And so I do have surprisingly more than you would potentially think. I think right here on the side, the angel wing begonia. And now I'm going to backfill with some of the coleus. Just for, the coleus brings a lot of color that you can't necessarily get from blooms in shaded containers. I'm going to put the red towards the center, and the other container that I'm doing also has red. So I think that that's a really kind of good tie-in. So we'll do that guy right here. And then this guy. Right here. Okay, I like it. I like the look of it. The container is the direction I'm wanting to go with most of my containers, so I'm feeling really good about this. So I'm going to pull this one aside. I'm going to bring forward an antique container that I typically, I don't know what it is. Every time I plant it, I've always asked if any of y'all know. So maybe someone someday will know. I'm going to bring that forward and we'll get that planted up with the next set of plants. Okay, so this is a container that I got at Luckett's in Virginia. We do have some old plants in here. Let me go ahead and pull those out. Okay. And I bought this thing for not very much, surprisingly. And I really enjoyed it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to backfill this with some fresh soil. I just realized that I did not put any kind of fertilizer in the other container. Oops. But we'll go ahead and hit this one with some. I can still work some into the base of the other one. Okay, so let's go over the plants once again. We've got an umbrella sedge, or cypress. That looks great. We have a heuchera, a Georgia peach heuchera. We have a dichondra a Silver Falls dichondra, which is a trailer, so we want that towards the front. And we've got the Snow and Summer Asiatic jasmine. And then we've got a couple more of the same coleus. So, and by utilizing the same coleus in both, that really kind of brings the whole look of both the containers together. So let's start, oh, look at those roots. Let's start the cypress. It's definitely my thriller. I think next we'll come in with the heuchera. Oh, that's fun color. Next we have I'm going to do on this side, the Silver Falls dichondra. Oh, look at that root system. Let me break that up a little bit. Oh yeah, look how that fills in. That's gonna be fun. And then we're gonna come through with the Snow and Summer Asiatic Jasmine, which is an evergreen. I'm gonna just tuck that to the side. I like how it brings in a little bit of the peach tones from the heuchera. All right, and then next we're gonna backfill with a couple of coleus. I really wish I had one more coleus, but it is what it is. They'll fill in, they'll be pretty. Okay, so obviously my front porch, it's a hot mess. It is not ready for spring, but this is a start. This looks great, y'all. I actually really love how the colors pick up stuff in my brick. And I love the staggered height of the two of these. I think they tie in really, really well. Even something as simple as, you know, this kind of terracotta peachy color really ties into the color of this container. And I think these look really nice. These will get a little bit of sun during the day, but my goal is to, all back in this area, do mainly shade loving plants. And then these two front containers, and you can see I've already got tulips blooming. These will be more sun loving plants up front. And then these two containers that I've always done every year, they're gonna get moved over to the shade portion. So those two are not going to be there. We're going to have more of a feature back here, potentially a hanging container, hanging basket right there. And then these are going to get moved so that I can see out more onto my patio, and so I don't have to push my way around them. You can also see with all these other containers, it's just really busy. So removing those two, I think, will be very helpful. And so they'll probably get worked back into here somewhere. There's definitely room for more containers. So we've got those two there. But I can put a couple right here. I can put one right there with the trellis going up, which would be really cool. And so I'm really excited just to focus on more shade loving plants in this area. Very cool. This is definitely out of my wheelhouse. So this will be really fun to kind of show you guys how this whole process goes with shade loving plants that you can utilize either in shady parts of your garden or shady parts of your porch. Okay, I did also pick up this guy, which is a shrub, and it's a shade-loving shrub. And this is a variegated pittosporum. It loves shade to part shade. This is a really great cut flower, or this is really great for cut flower arrangements. A lot of florists use pittosporum. This is a very long-lasting foliage in arrangements. And I am going to be working this into a container. I just haven't decided what container yet, but it is also going to go back into here. I'm wanting to have a lot of ivies tucked in there because I want to cut from them and utilize them for arrangements. But I think this is going to be fun. I think this is definitely pushing me outside my box, and I think this whole process of working with the shade loving plants will be really nice. If you have a favorite shade loving plant, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you love and what you suggest for my area. I definitely want some green. Like, I'd like to invest in some Morelia. I know that's a little bit more expensive. I thought about cast iron plant, just some things along those lines I think would be really nice to have. But if you know of any shade loving plants that have color to them, I would love to hear about it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are uploaded. And make sure you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget, I got a little guy friend on there. Don't forget, you can also find exclusive content on my community tab on YouTube. I post a lot of photos and comments on there that I don't post anywhere else. All right, you all, as always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.